Hey, folks! Welcome to the Mystery Shack. My name is Stan, and I'm here to sell you mysterious items from the Mystery Shack. Things from all over the world and from different realities, all for a low, low price for you. No refunds. All right, folks. Let's see what we got up first here on the list. I got a great item for you. This is a special shield. It says here that it is a shield made by Steven. Is that like, is that the Captain America guy? No. It says that this guy, he can make like this rosy shield or something. I don't know if it's like rose scented or maybe it's got some extra flavors. Maybe you could use it as a soup bowl to put your salad in if you're dummy and eat salads. So I'm starting the bidding for this Steven Universe. What, it's got a whole universe in it? Maybe I should charge extra. A Steven Universe shield for $50. So go ahead and start your bids now, and I'll keep going with the list here. Now, we've got several other wonderful items here from the Mystery Shack. I've been using this lovely little thing, and it pulls in things from other dimensions, and they're pretty handy. I think you're going to like it. The next up on the list, we've got something to eat. Are you hungry? This is the pomegranate that was given to Persephone by Hades. So, first of all, what could anybody want more than used food? It says that she ate 6 pomegranates, and so she has to spend 6 months of the year down in hell. Sounds like my ex-wife. It's my ex. Anyway, this is like, it'll probably make you immortal or something, or send you to hell. I don't know. I didn't. $20. $20 for Persephone's old food. Does that sound good? Sound good? You excited? All right. Well, I'll just keep that on the list, and you can put your little bids in there. All right. Let me see if I've got. Oh my God, can't keep these things straight. There was a. Here we go. Next up on the list, this is a kryptonite batarang. Now, what could be more delightful than trying to end the existence of the most helpful person in the universe? Think about it. If you had a chance to take out Superman, the guy who saves kittens and ships and gets rid of tornadoes and is nice to his mom, probably, you'd want something you could throw at him that would hurt him, right? None of you is supervillains. You have to tell me if you're supervillains, because I charge extra for supervillains. Okay, but anyway, we got this kryptonite batarang. It might be a little radioactive, so I don't recommend making it into a ring, which will then end up making you lose your hand and then have to clone yourself into a younger body just so you can have flowing red hair. Okay, just as an example. But I'm going to start the bidding on the kryptonite batarang at $85. Okay, cash only. Unless you've got I'll take extra if you're willing to use Venmo. I think I got it figured out now. Susan's been showing me how to use it. Susan. Now, next up, we got a hat. You know how much I like hats. This here is Boba Fett's helmet. Now, this ain't just any typical helmet. This thing is made of Beskar steel. Now, you probably are wondering, Stan, what the heck is Beskar steel? Here's the answer. Shut up. I don't know. It's from somewhere far away and like a long time ago. Yeah, who cares? But you are gonna look great at your next date if you come strolling in your bow tie and your Beskar Mandalorian Boba Fett helmet. Man, she's gonna marry you on the spot, and that's the Stan guarantee. And by the Stan guarantee, I mean no refunds. But I'm asking $200 because it's made of metal and it doesn't smell too bad. It smells a little bad, like maybe someone breathed in it a lot, but it's got a kind of a saw-lacky kind of quality. You know, I don't know what that is, but I sense that it's correct. So put in your bids for $200 for the Boba Fett helmet. All right, next up, what do we got on the list here? Oh, this is a fun one. Now, all yous nerds out there are trying to get the ladies and you can't get the ladies. Well, I'm here to help you. Stan's Dating Corner. Because I have a teacup from Bridgerton. Now, this ain't just any teacup. This was the one that was drunk by Lord Farquaad and Lady What's-a-Nuts. So just get it. And you can go up to a lady and you can say, hey, fancy day for some tea. And you point your pinky finger like this and you give it a little slurp. And you can put some Diet Pepper in there. It's fine. Like, it doesn't have to be tea. And you give it a little slurp, and you go, oh, will you be going to Bath this year? And slurp, and she is yours. Like, she is yours, all right? So I'm asking $45 for the used cup. It's mostly clean, and it doesn't have... It's probably real. Probably. It's $35. $35 for the teacup. Now, here's a fun one. You probably would like to get some Who's-Its or What's-Its. Well, I don't have those in galore because I sold them a while back to this shady octopus lady. But I have an actual, genuine Ariel's Dinglehopper for sale. It is amazing. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Stan, that's a fork. And are you ever right? What a very perceptive customer you are. That is, in fact, a fork, but it's not just any fork. That fork was owned by a sea lady, by this lady she's got a great tail. You know what I'm saying? And at one point, she thought it was a comb, and she combed her hair with it. And right after that, she married a prince. So by the transitive property, if you brush your hair with this, you'll marry a prince. So be advised, because if you don't want to marry a prince, don't brush your hair with it, because otherwise it's just the rules. You're going to end up marrying them, I gotta tell you, I got a lot of messages a few years ago from this Nigerian prince, and my bank account suffered. So do this instead. We're selling the Dinglehopper for $10. It's definitely not just a fork. $10 for the thingamadoodle. Now, this is a fun one. I was pulling in from my little portal, and we got the Boba Fett helmet, but we also got something else. I hear all these bleeps and bloops, all this kind of stuff. I have the actual plans to the Death Star. Looks pretty good, huh? So, all you need is several trillion tons of advanced metal, and you too can make yourself a Death Star. Doesn't that sound great? Or if the Empire comes looking for it, you can sell it to the highest bidder. Now, it's true they pay in credits, which I don't really do credits. Again, cash only. So, but this is very, very valuable, and definitely you could make your own Death Star. So I'm asking $100. $100 for the Death Star plans, and I'll take 50 if you promise to tell me like where this little green goblin is, because I'm looking for him so he can teach me the Force and stuff. His name is like Boba, Yobapa, Yabba, Yom Kippa. I don't know. Anyway, okay, moving right along. That was the desktop plans. Now, this is a fun one. A lot of people tell me to go to hell. But I've been a couple of times. I mean, I've had some pretty fun adventures, and I've been to hell a few times. And this is Alistor's microphone. So we actually extracted this from the actual radio demon. Now, I am selling this for just $5. It is a steal. And I am selling it to you not just because it's a fantastic artifact, but also because I'm pretty sure Alistor is going to show up at some point and cut my head off. And I don't want that, so I'm selling it to you. So get yourself, hello, it's nice to meet you. Can you guess what I've been? $5, Alistor's. Yeah, please take that. I don't want to. I don't want him to get me. Now we got a couple of items here from jolly old England. Listen to my accent here. Pip pip cheerio. Bob's your uncle. See, that's nailed it. Now the first one we have is the Elder Wand from this thing is now the Elder Wand is supposed to be unbeatable. So anybody who wields the Elder Wand will be absolutely unbeatable in a magical duel. Now, slight problem is if you're not a wizard, you can't use it, which is a bit of an issue. The other is if you have it, every wizard who's like trying to be like hotshot is going to come gunning for you. So, you know, it's kind of like the movie Over the Top, where if you're the best to arm wrestle, everybody's going to come and arm wrestle you. You all definitely get that reference. So I'm asking for $50 for the Elder Wand, and if you order now, I'll throw in a free fake nose in case you happen to not have a nose, like that one guy who can't be named. His name is Morty, I think. Morty! Anyway, I don't mind saying his name. Morty! See? Anyway, we got one other item here from England. Now this is the invisibility cloak. What do you mean you can't see it? It's right there. Trust me, this is definitely the invisibility cloak. Very useful. If you put it on, you'll be completely invisible. What I recommend is taking off all your clothes and then putting it on and then running in the middle of a shopping center where you can steal whatever you want. Anyway, $100 gets you this lovely invisibility cloak. Just so you know, you won't be able to feel it, but it'll be there. It'll be there. Get those clothes off and go running in. So get your $100 ready. You're going to be really happy that you got this invisibility cloak. Now, we're almost done tonight, but I got a couple of more items here that I want to make sure. Now, I got this from this archaeologist guy. He's a little surly, a little grumpy, kind of gravels his voice. Not that I would ever do that. But this guy sold me this. This is a crystal skull. Now, if you don't know, crystal skulls are like this big mystery. Everybody's like, how did they make them? How could they possibly exist? And I'm like, how much can I get for them? It's $200. I want $200 for the crystal skull. Now, there are no refunds, so I do not want to hear about it if it breaks your brain and summons up trans-dimensional beings and is considered to be the worst of the franchise. All right, but I will take you $200, so that'll be good. And do 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 do. I got two more items here. Now this one I also got from that same universe. I got the kryptonite. This is the bat from the Bat Signal. So presumably in Gotham right now, when they shine the floodlight, it just looks like, you know, they're having a President's Day sale or something. So this is the actual bat that goes on the bat signal, which I borrowed. And hopefully any Cape Crusaders won't come looking for it. But it's a wonderful memorabilia. You can put it on your wall, you can put it on your ceiling, you can put it over a giant flashlight or, I guess a spotlight, and shine it around and see if it brings any bats this way. I'm asking for $25 because it's missing the actual spotlight, and also you might get punched by a Batman. So, caveat emptor, or whatever they say. I got one more item here. This is a fun one. I normally don't deal in jewelry because I've gotten swindled a few times. So don't get me started on zirconium. But this is really interesting. This is the One Ring. Now, funny story. There were these rings made by elves, and the elves were like, "Ah, man, these rings are like the best." And then this guy comes along and says, "Hey, can you show me how to make these cool rings?" And they were like, "Sure, we're cool elves, we'll show you." And then he goes and he makes this ring, and he makes all these other rings, and then he gives out all the rings, and if you have the other rings, eventually he'll take control of you. You'll turn into a wraith, and you'll ride around going, "Shia Baggins." So, that's a blast. And they also can make you invisible. So kind of like that Harry Potter wand before, but cloak, but you can actually see it. Now, I do have to mention that it does contain all the malice, all the cruelty, all the evil of Sauron. Whoever, that sounds like a cooking spray. Oh, let's add some more Sauron. Psst. So you just, be aware of that. But this is a pretty nice find. So I am asking for $150 for the One Ring of the that rules them all, and in the darkness bind them. So maybe just keep a light on it. You should be fine. But that's the end of today of Stan's Mystery Shack sale, where I'm clearing out my inventory, and I hope that you'll place an order today. And remember, no refunds if you turn into a ring wraith, or get beaten up by a Batman, or get Voldemort did. And until the next time, remember, no refunds. Thank you so much for watching Roleplay Riot. If you have enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Maybe suggest an item down there that Stan can sell in the future.